So let's dive into our demonstration video here. Again, beautiful swing you have there. Our main focus at the moment is potentially creating a little bit more depth to the hand path to the top of the backswing, but much more importantly, maintaining all that depth in the early stages of transition in the downswing. So from the top to what we would call position number 5, when that left arm gets parallel with the ground, into 6 when the shaft gets parallel with the ground, where we don't want to lose the hands and club too far out that way away from us, right? So we talked about that. We compared you next to like kind of Rory McIlroy for the visuals there. What I want to talk about here are a couple drills we can do to work on it. Let's start with a really simple one, and then we can get into a slightly more maybe complex one, we call it that. So here's a simple one. I went back in and kind of really studied the video, which I can show you clips of if you want to see, from down the line zoomed in, and we can see the tiniest bit of space that gets formed as this lead arm sneaks away from your chest and trunk in the downswing. That's part of what contributes to the hand path sneaking too far away this way. So a simple drill, you could use a glove. I have an extra head cover here, but we just pinch something right there in between the lead arm and the chest, and then you start hitting some of your shots where you really keep that head cover or glove super pinched in, especially through these early stages of the downswing. Again, just to get that hand path traveling a little closer to your body and legs on the way through, versus if we were to lose that connection, they would go outward. And again, I think that outward hand path that you mentioned is the start of you having to kind of compensate through the later stages of the downswing, where you're not able to rotate as cleanly through impact for that consistency that we're looking for. Now, beyond that, again, the name of the game is not losing the club too far out this way or the hand path too far that way in the downswing. So with your extra golf bag, or with your golf bag that you have there, maybe an extra club, what I sometimes do is you can kind of get a golf bag situated and you just hook a club over the top of it. Right now, if you're nervous about hitting it, obviously start slow. You can actually take a head cover, or sometimes like I'll use like foam noodles and stuff like that we have here where I work here at 5 Iron Golf. That's gonna be a little bit too heavy. So I'm going to ditch the head cover for now. Let's just put the club down there, right? And then what I'm going to do is start making some swings where my club and hands have to stay underneath this hand or underneath this line. And what I'll do is I'll just get set up here and kind of hold my club in my hands, and I can kind of connect them into a T there. So I know that my kind of parallel club would stay just inside that, and I can't lose it out that way at all. So maybe give yourself a little bit of wiggle room at first. See if that makes an impact, and then if it's not making enough of an effect on your swing, you can start to tighten it up and make it a little bit more disciplined on yourself. And then we can get some reps in again where your left arm has to stay kind of tight against the chest, so it should point more this way versus losing it too out at 5, and then nice and tight underneath my chest fielding versus out this way in the P6 in delivery. So let's try one here. Right? So hopefully that gets us coming more from the inside, more connected into impact, where you're then able to rotate a little bit more cleanly through there for more consistency and more center contact, hopefully, as well. Okay, cool. So here's 2 simple drills we can do in an effort to get that hand path staying deeper through the early transition there. Please let me know if you have any questions at all, and I'm excited to keep this going together.